This is the parts of the overhead lift. This button turns it on. You also have an emergency button that you can lower. It does move it faster. Here is the up down for the remote. It is magnetic. All the remotes should match the number of the cassette. And you also have up down on the top of the lift. It does have a weight capacity of 650 pounds. You use the sling that is with the loops. The head goes here. The legs go here. You don't have to worry about crisscrossing because it's a single point. The way to charge it is each cassette should have a charger and a cord that has the same cassette number. I'm not sure where the label is for this one. The way to charge it is to turn the lift off and to plug it into the remote. This is the tenor lift. The sling that you use with the tenor is the one with the loops. Here you can see that it is marked trunk. So you put the trunk straps up there, and then the legs, there are 2 points, so you want to crisscross those legs. It has a weight capacity of 704 pounds. When you turn it around, the red button is off. The green button is on. We have up and down arrows here. On the remote, you also have up down arrows, and it has power legs open and power legs closed. When you do turn it on and you hit the button, the battery indicator states how much battery life it is. If you ever see it in yellow or if the machine is making a clicking noise, be sure to change the battery. The way to do that is to turn it off, press this button, and pull out and lift up, and the battery states where you can find a new battery, whether it's in the comp equipment room, the TBI tub room, or on the spinal cord nurses station. To put it back in, place it back in the holder, and then push it shut. All of our lifts have the manual hanging from it, and it also has a paper that states where you can find the different batteries and also where its parking spot. This one is the parking spot on Annex across from 152. This lift also has an emergency lower where if you turn it clockwise, it will lower the patient if for some reason the battery stops working and you need to lower the patient. This is the way that you would do that. This is the MaxiMove lift, also known as the purple lift. It uses the split slings, but very specifically it uses the keyhole clips. They attach to the trunk. This has to be the trunk as it is labeled. You can turn it, and it also is the legs. Don't need to crisscross. It has a weight capacity of 500 pounds. The way to use the lift is the green button turns it on. It does have a battery indicator. It has the same buttons up here as it does on the remote. I tend to use the remote. Up and down, of course. This is the legs out and the legs in. This one has a nice feature where you can tilt the patient either to sitting or to lying down. So if you watch this bar, the patient is currently lying down. If I hit the sit button, it will sit the patient up as far as I need to. And if I would like to lie the patient down, I hit the lying down button and it will lie the patient down. There is only 2 batteries for the MaxiMove. They are both labeled with MaxiMove. And the charger, there's one charger across from G51 on the spinal cord unit. Make sure you turn the machine off, hit the button and pull it out. And then the battery is charged right here is where you plug it in. So if you ever see that battery indicator in yellow, then it's important that you go ahead and switch out the 2 batteries. The MaxiMove does have instructions on how to use it, and it also has the yellow sign tells you where it lives. The parking spot for it is on the spinal cord unit across from G51 and 52, and this is where you write what room number it's going to be used in. This is our hydraulic lift that we use for our patients when they're going home, because this is the type of lift they use when they go home. They use the split sling with the loops. This is the hooks that you would have. It doesn't matter which one's trunk or leg, which is why they're not labeled. It does have the weight capacity of 450 pounds. To open and close the legs, you need to pull this down, move it 180 degrees around, and then back up. There is a pin on the bottom of this that fits into that hole. So that is what you're looking for. And then we're going to go ahead and reclose it. To pump it up, you want to make sure that you have it closed. You pump it up like this. It is weight dependent, so if you have a heavier person, it's going to be harder to pump. To lower it, you open it up slowly. Again, it's weight dependent, so the heavier the person is, the faster it will go, and the more you open the valve, the faster it will go. You want to make sure that you close it when you get the patient positioned so that it does not hit them in the head. This is the Romedic Mini Lift Sit to Stand Lift. We use the Sit to Stand slings, which we'll show you how to use that in the other videos. The places that you hook the sling to are across these two bars. You can use the bar adjustment to bring it closer to the patient and then tighten it back up. The patient's feet go here on the foot plates and their knees go here. You take the leg strap and move it around to the patient. It can hook onto either side, and make sure you always tighten it on that patient. It does not have an on-off switch. As soon as you hit the up button or any of the other buttons, it will turn on automatically. And then to open and close the legs is the button here for opening and the button here for closing. To charge the machine, all you have to do is plug this into the wall, and it's really important that you charge it between uses to make sure that it always has full battery for the patients. The weight capacity is 440 pounds as listed. It does have a manual on how to use the lift if you ever need it, and it tells you where that the lift lives when it's no longer being used. It lives in the TBI apartment. This lift is currently being used in G36, so it lives right now outside of G36. When you're done, erase that and put it away. This is the Easy Way lift. I'm going to show you the parts, and in another video we're going to show you how to use it. This is the sling that you use when you're using the Easy Way. This is where you hook the loops. This is the handle where the patient holds it. This is where the patient's feet go. This goes around the patient's legs and hooks in here. Then you just squeeze it to release. When you turn it around, see the front side? Here is the on-off button. When it comes on, it shows you how much battery life that we have. Be sure to change the battery when it's halfway gone. It has a weight capacity of 500, nicely labeled for you. There are 3 ways to go up and down. You can hit up, down on the remote. There is an up on this side, down on this side, buttons on the front. And there's also switches that when you hit down, the switch on the right is the up, and the switch over here on the left is the down. When you're going around the wheelchair, push this ball towards the motor and then release it on the other side to open the legs. And then for storage purposes, you want to have it closed. There are 2 batteries. They are labeled 1 of 1 and 2 of 2, and they just slide in and out. You can find the charger for the battery in the CVA therapy storage room. And last but not least, it also has a sign that states where it needs to go. So when it is currently being used in the room, you write the room number here, and when you are done, you put it away where it states in the CVA therapy storage gym, and then erase the number so that we always can find the lifts.